Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another video. This will be my second video today, and I'll have one more to come out later, late evening and early evening, or sorry, later afternoon, early evening when the new GFS comes out. But this will be a update on the potential for the major snowstorm to bring in very, very heavy snow throughout much of the western Western Rockies, or sorry, Eastern Rockies, and throughout the plains, and could bring in very, very heavy snow for the Midwest and Ohio Valley just before Thanksgiving, guys. This can bring in possibly up to a foot of snow for areas into the plains in the Midwest just right before Thanksgiving comes in. This would be bringing some snow all the way to Black Friday into areas into the northern Midwest, and maybe even bringing some Thanksgiving snow for the Northeast, but that won't be the major topic. It will be more the plains and Midwest, and this can possibly bring in blizzard conditions, because this can bring in very, very heavy snowfall and could cause huge travel delays, and that's going to be a huge issue. But yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button, guys, and also be sure to hit the big like button. Let's try to hit the 15 likes. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service, and we actually have some advisories out ahead of time. This won't start till like Monday-ish or Tuesday, so it's good to have this ahead of time. So we do have winter storm watches in effect for areas of western Nebraska and northwestern Kansas. We also have winter storm watches in effect for areas near Cheyenne, Wyoming, the southeastern part, and also Colorado Springs and Denver. And we also do have windstorm warnings just outside of Cheyenne, and we do also have some high wind warnings in effect. High wind warnings in effect too. Which could be a threat that could bringing that threat for, again, blizzard conditions. This will bring in some heavy eastern Rocky snow and dip down, and could bring some very heavy snowfall just before Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving Eve. Like this how this can, for those late travelers, and there's big cities that can be affected, like Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, Omaha, Kansas City, Denver, all these areas. Denver's, I believe, the biggest airport, and it's the second busiest airport at this time. I believe Atlanta is the second biggest airport, but the busiest. So it might be the opposite. But again, we do have this heavy snow again by Monday night. We do have that mountain snow for areas into Salt Lake City, Logan, Utah. We also have areas into Cheyenne starting to get that lighter snow. And then we also have those areas into the western Rockies and areas in Idaho and Oregon that will start to see that snow. By Tuesday, it does become a bit more widespread into the areas outside the mountains. And that's where we could have the blizzard conditions for Cheyenne and north of Denver. So for north central Colorado, we can see very, very heavy snowfall and windy conditions too. We can see that snow getting to the Fort Corner Monument. That's going to bring some snow for northern New Mexico and then Arizona. But that's not going to be a threat. It'll be the threat right here, guys. This is where we can have blizzard conditions. This is Tuesday afternoon. We'll have very heavy snow, just a complete wreck for Denver. Arizona, getting some snow to Omaha. We'll have that heavy snow for areas into South Dakota. Maybe that snow showers hanging out there for Cheyenne and Casper, Wyoming. As we get into Wednesday morning-ish, we'll have this very heavy snow into St. Paul, Minneapolis, areas near Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Omaha, even just away from Kansas City and Sioux Falls. So we have major cities that are major airports. We'll even have some very chilly rain that could be dangerous for Waterloo, Milwaukee, even Detroit and Chicago. That's going to also be a threat. The rain is also not only the snow the threat. Oh, that's why is that there? That's not only the ice the snow that's a threat. It's also the rain. As we get into now, this is again, guys, this is Thanksgiving Eve, this is Thanksgiving Eve. We'll have that snow getting into effect from Minneapolis, Green Bay, guys, and potentially blizzard conditions for the northern mid of Michigan, guys. Like, you can't even see the outline of Michigan right here. Like, look how heavy that snow is for the areas of northern Lake Michigan and areas in that northern little panhandle part of Michigan. As we get into Thanksgiving morning, we'll have some light snow for Muskegon, Michigan, some light snow for Green Bay. You may see a couple flurries out there in Milwaukee. As we get later into Thanksgiving, we'll have that snow in effect for the areas in the potentially the Northeast, guys. This is all the same storm, but again, it will be a lot smaller. as it gets to the northeast, so it will cause lake effect snow. By later Thursday, that could bring some mountain snow, maybe Erie, Pennsylvania, maybe even Pittsburgh, but no accumulation for Pittsburgh possible. Again, it could change, and then we'll have that very heavy snow for Maine, and that should be out by Black Friday. So yeah, guys, this is a huge threat. As we get, again, this is before Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving. The only Thanksgiving snow we'll see is a couple flurries right here, and then maybe that lake effect snow and then mountain snow from the northeast. We'll also be seeing again the GFS as we get into Monday. It should be good. The GFS is showing a bit later now. But by Tuesday, again, that's when we have that the snow for Cheyenne, areas into western Colorado. We won't be seeing that snow out there for early Tuesday. We'll start to see that snow into the early afternoon. That can bring in heavy snow. Again, we have a low pressure system. No rain in the forecast for areas south of that low pressure system for Tuesday afternoon, which is quite rare to see something like that with this early. There's no rain, but we'll have that heavy snow for Wyoming, areas into maybe in the border of New Mexico and Arizona. As we get into Wednesday, though, that's when we have that rain becoming a threat, as we do have that low pressure system getting a bit actually a bit stronger there. So yeah, 993 millibars. As we get into Wednesday, again, this is Thanksgiving Eve, we'll have very, very heavy snow in effect for Omaha, Sioux Falls, and maybe even some flurries getting out there for Rochester and near St. Paul. We'll start to see that flurries coming in. As we get into now Wednesday, more like I guess you can see late afternoon and evening, we'll have that low pressure system getting even stronger, which will increase the amount of rain and also increase the amount of snowfall rate. So that'll bring in some very heavy snow for northwestern Iowa. We'll have that heavy snow for Duluth. Heaviest snow will be for the south areas of St. Paul. We'll have very heavy snow for Wisconsin, and having that snow again continuing for Omaha and South Dakota. So we'll have that obviously the heavy snow there. As we get into Wednesday night, so Thanksgiving Eve night, we'll have again the blizzard conditions as we have 987 millibars, guys. Yes, that's about a tropical storm type of millibar, maybe even category 1. We'll have very heavy snow in effect for the Green Bay area and also that northern mitten area of Michigan. So yeah, obviously that area will see the most amount of snow for Michigan wise. And then by as we get into Thanksgiving Day, we'll have that low pressure system kind of dying down. So we'll have that snow in effect for Pennsylvania and then even Maine. So yeah, we have a huge forecast that come for Thanksgiving Day. It will be quite busy. This will be the biggest Thanksgiving storm that I will post on later, so that's why I'm not focusing on it. And then we'll again have that snow in effect for maybe Syracuse and all the way into Caribou. Now we're going to be looking at the snowfall totals, and there's a lot of snow right here in this huge forecast, but we're going to be looking at this one right here. You guys might want to focus on that. This is the northeastern one, and then this is the western major one. Again, this is by Black Friday. As you can tell, this is Friday. So as you can tell, we're going to be seeing a lot of snow throughout much of these areas. This is going to be the main track. As you can tell, this major snowstorm. As you can tell, we'll kind of be seeing the most amount of snow for that area. And those blizzard conditions, obviously, for the northern mitten of Michigan. And also be seeing that heaviest snow in there in the Rockies, just north of Colorado or Denver. And also have some very heavy snow for areas near Salt Lake City. As you can tell, we'll have the most amount of snow right here for northern Utah, up to a foot of snow just away from Salt Lake City. And then we'll also be seeing about a foot of snow for Cheyenne with this snowstorm too, because we'll be seeing very, very heavy. And again, it won't be moving that much faster than the usually other ones that use kind of not stall, but like just they're not stalling necessarily, but not really moving that quickly like some snowstorms should. I believe it's because we aren't going to have a major cold front that's going to really be pushing it like it pushed Bessie and all. We'll also be seeing up to about a good around half a foot to up to 9 inches to 10 inches for Colorado, for Denver. We'll also be seeing a good amount of snow for eastern New Mexico. Again, we'll be seeing this is a big threat right here. This plains area to the Midwest, we can be seeing up to about 5 to 7 inches for Lincoln, Nebraska, and up to 8 to 9 inches for Omaha, Nebraska. We can be seeing up to about a foot of snow for southern Nebraska, and even up to 3 inches near Dodge City, and about a foot of snow again for northwestern Kansas. Looks like Kansas City can be seeing a trace. Again, we'll also be seeing a lot of snow for areas near northwestern Iowa, up to 8 to 9 inches, maybe even 8 to 9 inches, yeah, for Minneapolis and St. Paul. we'll also be seeing the most amount of snow for these areas right here, up to 15 to 17 inches of snow for these areas into the northern mid of Michigan and northern Wisconsin. We're not going to be having that much snow for areas near Des Moines. Des Moines. We're also not going to be having that much snow for Milwaukee or Madison, Wisconsin, based on the European, which is actually quite good that we're not going to be seeing that much snow just before Thanksgiving. We're also going to be seeing some snow out here. Again, guys, don't focus on this, guys. This is the other snowstorm we'll be talking about later. I know it's kind of hard, but again, we're going to be focusing on right here through much of these areas in the plains and Midwest. Again, we'll also be seeing a good amount of snow for Wyoming, near Casper, and Cheyenne. Looks like Casper can be seeing a lot more snow than Wyoming, obviously, Cheyenne, obviously. But it looks like Cheyenne will be seeing a lot more snow based on the GFS and European. Looks like they'll be seeing up to around 10 to 14 inches. Yeah, and it looks like Denver, Colorado can be seeing a lot more snow, up to about 9 to 11 inches. And it looks like we can be seeing again around the same amount of snowfall for Nebraska, up to 9 to 10 inches. The huge difference is right here for Omaha and Lincoln. As you can tell, they're only showing about a trace to about 3 to 4 inches for Omaha, for Lincoln, and then Omaha will be seeing about only 3 to 4 inches. As you can tell, the European, they're showing the complete opposite, up to about way more than a half a foot of snow. Again, it's just a matter of time to wait. It's not too close again. We'll also be seeing, or it's kind of close, but not super duper close. Again, bringing more like Wednesday or Tuesday. Again, same amount, about more than half a foot of snow for Northwestern Nebraska or Kansas. The only really thing that's a huge difference is kind of right here. This is what we're really going to matter. What will really matter for, again, we have the biggest we have the huge airports again for Minneapolis and St. Paul. But we'll obviously be seeing about 5 to 7 inches for Minneapolis and St. Paul, and also be seeing a good amount of snow for northwestern Wisconsin, up to about a foot of snow. And then again, obviously for the northern Minton of Michigan, obviously be seeing the most amount of snow with up to 15 inches due to the blizzard conditions. Everybody safe out here, guys. This can cause huge power outages, but also not only that, travel issues. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and bye, guys.